And what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft video. And in this episode, well, not episode, but in this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to make paths. So let's get started. Okay, guys, what you want to do first is you want to get a block that it's going to be the majority of your path, like the most used block. So in this case, it's going to be cobblestone, but it can be any block that you want. And what you want to do is you just want to start going. You don't want it to be a straight line like this, and just have that be your path. You could do that, but that would just be pretty boring. So you want to add curve to your path. So let's say we want to go in like this direction. So let's just add an outline. Let's try to go towards that cow. So let's just put like a blocks like this to start off, and that's where we'll end. And that would be pretty nice. So then you just want to make the path a little bit wider so you can actually step on it and make it have some curve and not like a straight line. So I'll be back after we do this. You just want to add blocks to the side. You don't want it too wide. You want it matching the surrounding area. I guess if you have huge buildings, you might want it a little bit bad. But this is what I am going to do, because this is probably the decent amount for a path. This is probably the path that I would use. So I think I should just detail this in, and we'll be back after I do this. And guys, after you have a nice outline like this, that would be really cool. And you want it to have curve, like I said. Next thing you want to do is you want to grab a couple more blocks, not like 10, but you want to grab like a fewer blocks that match the texture of your first block, and just sprinkle them in like this. And it should look pretty cool. You just want to go around with some blocks. Right now I'm using andesite and gravel, but you don't have to use these blocks. Whatever blocks you want and whatever matching. Don't make sure they're not totally different colors and they blend in well to each other like this, and then we'll come back and add some gravel, and it should be looking pretty cool. So let's just do this real quick. And guys, after you've done detailed it with these two blocks and it looks like a big organic path like this, it should be looking pretty cool. Then you want to probably detail the outsides of it. So what I usually do is I terraform like around all of this. Maybe there's a building here or something. So maybe just sprinkle in some coarse dirt and also some podzol or something around the path. And it should be looking pretty cool. Also, if you want, you can also like delete a little bit of the path and add some coarse dirt like this. And because it might be like broken up mud in the middle of the path because it rained the night before or something. I don't know, but it does look kind of cool. I need to maybe just sprinkle some podzol places like this, and it should be looking really nice. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Maybe one right there, maybe one right there. And the path will just keep on going like this. But for now, this is just going to be what it's like. Next, what you want to do, I already have them in my inventory right here. You want to get out stone buttons or stone pressure plates or any like elevated thing. Maybe I wouldn't really do slabs or staircases, just a little bit elevated. It depends what block you're using, but if you're using cobblestone and like what I'm doing right now, you might want to use stone buttons and stone pressure plates. You just want to but what you want to do is you just want to sprinkle them around at the edge of your path, maybe on the outside of the path too, like right there, like this, and just want to put them through the path to give the path a little bit more detail and make it more catching to the eye, like that. And that should be looking really cool. That is pretty much it for the path. So that is looking really cool. Maybe we can just add just like a gravel right there to make it a little bit bigger. And now what you want to do, maybe you want to grab some stuff to put around it. So maybe you can put like any kind of leaf, but I'm just going to use these. Just put them somewhere. Oops, my bad. Just put these somewhere around the path like this to give the path to look a little bit more. For this, I usually do something like, let me think. You either can do this, like just two like this, or you can do something like that, or like that would look pretty cool. And you can just go put these along the path. And maybe you could put other things like bone meal. So bone meal is a great thing to put around paths because it gives a lot more life to the path. Like this, everywhere. Just put it everywhere. That's what I usually do. And it should be looking pretty cool. And finally, you probably want to add trees to your path. So you don't want to use one kind of tree. You probably want to use two kind of trees, or even three, or even four. But it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to use spruce and oak trees. And you want them to be big trees too, like overhanging your path. You could even add custom trees, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to do trees like this along your path. Would be really cool in my opinion. So let's just put like one right here. And that should be good. Well, it could be a little bit taller. If you don't like the tree, you can like just cut it down and leaves will break. But this is usually what I aim for when I go for paths. And it is looking pretty cool. So that is pretty much the path design. I can walk through one more time. So here it is. We have some nice flowers. You can add different stuff. You can probably add different flowers. You can get flowers out of your inventory. But I'm just not going to do that right now. But you can have pressure plates. We have flowers. Bunch of bone meal. Bunch of leaves. Maybe there's nothing really at the end of this path. So let's just put maybe another tree right here. Just bone meal it up. You don't have to if you don't have the resources. But that is looking pretty cool. Maybe more leaves right here. And yeah, that is pretty much it. This path is looking great. We have different blocks, flowers, leaves, trees, and that is pretty much it for what you want to do in the house. Maybe some elevated stuff like that. But I hope you guys did like this video and it did help you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And goodbye.